Appalachian sunrise meets my skin. Even with my eyes still closed, I can feel it coming in. Golden, golden, I'll follow only golden, 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 golden things. Mountain laurel high fives for miles in spring. Rainbow trout and a hummingbird wing. Golden, I'll follow only golden, golden, golden things. Gold hair, gold rings, gold leaves, gold anything, golden, I'll follow only golden, golden, golden things. Walk up the river by my son. Feet step over splinters of the moon. Golden, I'll follow only golden, golden, golden things. Gold birds, gold string, gold words, gold anything, golden, I'll follow only golden, 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 golden things. Golden, I'll follow only golden, golden, golden things.
Hello friends, welcome back to another bookish video, reading vlog. Yeah, this is a reading vlog. It's like, what are we doing in this video? I have a faint itinerary of what I would like to do in this video. Main thing is finishing Daughter of the Moon Goddess by Sue Lynn Tan, which is a fantasy book that I just reached the 300 page mark. There's 500 pages, and my goal is to finish this in this video. And I'm really loving this book so far. I love the cover and the color scheme. It's like this deep purple with pinks and blues, very floral, and the imagery in this book gets me really inspired to go outside and just like draw and be creative. But the story is really compelling as well. It's about a girl who grew up in solitude on the moon, and her mom is actually the moon goddess. This is inspired by Chinese mythology by Chang'e, which is the moon goddess, and her mom in the story is essentially Chang'e, and her mom is in exile for doing something against the celestial kingdom, which is like the top dog of the empire. There's also a really cute map to kind of show us the world that we're in, which I really love, because there's an immortal realm and a demon realm and a mortar realm, and they can travel by clouds to go places. I just really love the magic. It's not very heavy fantasy, but it's not like YA. It's somewhere in between. So if you're like a newbie to fantasy, or it's difficult for you to kind of get into it, this I feel like is very approachable and very beautiful, like beautiful wording, beautiful scenery, beautiful cover. Our main character has to leave her mom and she goes off, and that's kind of the story, is her trying to rescue her mother who's been captured. So while off on her own, she encounters monsters, joins the military, falls in love. So there's a lot of different things going on with self-discovery and romance and fighting and military and stuff like that. And I'm really enjoying it so far. Reading aside, it is a beautiful day out. Spring is here, although I know it won't last because we're in this weird, it's just the seasons in like March where it'll be really cold, it'll be really warm, and then April comes around and it's rainy and cold. So I'm fully expecting this to not last, which is also why I'm really intentional about spending time outside and enjoying it as much as I can. So yesterday I did some reading outside, as you saw at the beginning of the video, and then George and I went on a little day trip to visit our friends, see their place for the first time, and then we did a little walking around. I went to a bookstore in the area, which was really interesting, and I got a book. Let me go get the book. But we went to a Black-owned bookstore called the Black Reserve. It's in Lansdale, for all of my local viewers out there, which I know there are a few of you who are around me, but we went to the Black Reserve, and it's Black-owned, it's Black curated, it's very small, I would say. It's a small, like, local independent bookstore, so there wasn't a large selection, but it was a very carefully curated selection, I thought. And I got a book of poems called Uprising: An Evolution into Womanhood and Self-Discovery by Tasha Cameron, who is from Lancaster, Pennsylvania. So I'm trying to read more poetry, and I think this is a great kind of introduction for me to get into poetry by reading a Black woman's experience. And to be totally honest, I had 2 drinks last night, and which was much needed after the long week that we had, and I'm feeling a little hungover today because we got home late and I just slept in really late. So I was sitting outside doing some reading this morning, not even this morning, this afternoon, and just like sitting there, I just want to, like, it's one of those days where I just want to lay in the sun, and if I fall asleep and take a nap, like, I would not be upset about that. So I'm gonna go out and sit in the yard, get a little blanket, might do some sketching and drawing, and try and get through some more of this book. That'll be probably a few hours outside. And my other goal is to get some new art supplies. I want to upgrade my current pencil situation, because right now, in terms of like for drawing, I don't use drawing pencils. I'm just using like mechanical #2 pencils, which I think is great when you're dipping your toes into a new hobby, just starting out with what you have and not buying all the expensive things that you need to do the hobby. And then once you get a feel for it and feel like you're ready to invest a little more, then it's time. So I feel like I'm at the point where I'm ready to get actual drawing pencils and better colored pencils, because the colored pencils that I'm using now are not for artistic, they're like children's colored pencils. And honestly, I've always liked Crayola colored pencils and never really liked any other off-brand because they're just not as smooth as Crayola. And I got the Michaels like store brand, I think it's called Creatology, colored pencils a while ago, and I've been using those, and it's just not a fun, pleasant experience. They're not buttery, they don't blend well, they're just, it's hard to get the color out. So I've been doing some research into colored pencils and like the fancy kind, like Prismacolors, and there are other brands. So I'm trying to figure out what kind of fancy colors pencils I want to invest in and then get some, because I just want to up level my drawing and coloring So that's also another thing I want to do. I still want to go to Marshall's and see if they have any stationery. I talked about this in my last video, my productive vlog, where I showed my planning routine and wanted to go get some new stationery, some new planning things, and just decided to wait until the weekend, well, the following weekend, which is this weekend. And I feel like I'm at a point where I'm feeling not as inspired with my planning toolkit, with the things I use to plan. And I think just seeing if there's anything I can get to kind of just make me feel re-inspired and give me a kind of new palette to work with will help with that. So I don't know, I'm not saying I'm gonna get a full planner, but I'm interested in getting like a monthly, like a month at a glance planner. I don't know, I just want to kind of see what's out there and go from there. And I also have a gift card to Marshall's that I haven't used yet, so if I find something else like candles, that would be cool too. So that is my wish list itinerary for this video: reading, art supply shopping, and stationery shopping. So friends, welcome and happy spring. Tomorrow is the first day of spring, which is very exciting, and I'm so happy that we're having weather to match up with that. So yes, let's go outside, lay in the sun, stare at the clouds, do some reading, do some drawing, and just relax. Let's go.
How come the stars come to shine when it's dark from so far away and show us where we are? What makes the sun go to sleep every night, and what's it dreaming of? I wonder. How come the sky sometimes hides behind the clouds? Maybe it's just like me, a little bit scared of heights. Why does the rain always keep on pouring down when it's gray outside? It really makes me wonder. Yeah, it makes me wonder. It really makes me wonder. Ooh, I wonder. How come the trees get undressed when it's cold? And don't they miss the leaves they left behind? Could it be to make the ground shine like gold until winter comes? Until winter comes, until winter comes. It really makes me wonder. Yeah, it makes me wonder. Makes me wonder. Ooh, I wonder. Stars come to shine when it's dark from so far away and show us where we are. It really makes me wonder. Yeah, it makes me wonder. Ooh, I wonder. Ooh, I just wonder.
What time is it? 6:30. I am heading out to do some shopping because if I don't go now, I will talk myself out of it. I could go tomorrow, but I just know I'm not gonna want to go, and then I'm gonna have all this overthinking and anxiety, blah blah blah. So since I'm gonna be out anyway, I'm giving George a ride. Might as well just pop over to Marshall's and Michael's and say we're doing it now. Not talking myself out of it. So, let the shopping montage begin. Also, the way the light's coming in through the bushes, you just can't capture it on camera. Oh, I wish I could. But it's just one of those moments you have to be there to really see. Hi friends, it is many days later. It's actually Friday, and after I film this clip, I'm going to finish editing my video and upload it for you. But first things first, I did not find any colored pencils or any art supplies at Michael's, and was kind of disappointed because there just wasn't much selection available in store, and I'm a very visual shopper. Like, I prefer shopping in person versus online. That's just how I am. And didn't find anything. I know I can find colored pencils online and like Amazon and stuff, but I want to kind of see them in person. And I don't think there's any art supply stores near me because I looked it up and nothing, I just couldn't find anything. So if any of you have any suggestions on like stores that I can go to in person that might be more of like a chain that's available all over that you have in your area that I might have here, let me know. I don't really know where to go from here other than ordering online, which will probably be the case. But anyway, then I went to Marshall's after that, but didn't film, and that was really disappointing as well. There was an okay selection of stationery, but like nothing I was really looking for. And Marshall's, TJ Maxx, Home Goods, they have art supplies, like really random ones, and if you're lucky you'll find something you want, and they didn't have any colored pencils that I was looking for, or any at all. So that was how my shopping trip went. I feel like this is turning into a saga where every video I'm trying to find colored pencils, but here we are. And to round out this vlog, I just finished, like I literally just finished Daughter of a Moon Goddess 5-10 minutes ago. I was rushing to finish it essentially. I don't know why it took me so long to read this book this month. I think it took me like 3 weeks. I started it at the beginning of the month, and I've just been, I think it's just me, like the book reads really quickly, and there was a lot of like fast scenes, although I would say kind of the beginning is a little bit slow, because I think I got to the 400 page mark, maybe 350, and like something crazy happened and I was like, holy crap, didn't expect that coming, and then it just kind of picked up from there. So it is kind of a slow build up, but then the ending is kind of like boom and all of that. I will leave it there. I would say that I really enjoyed the book. It was really sweet, and I love the themes of like feminism and mother-daughter relationships and friendships and romance and the magic. I really enjoyed all of that. It's definitely not the best fantasy book I've ever read in my entire life, but it was really enjoyable for me, and I do recommend it if you like fantasy or are interested in reading more books by Asian authors and magical books and stuff like that. So really enjoyed my time with this book. But yeah, that's kind of my review. I don't really have that much of a good review because I usually like to sit on my thoughts for a while before I share my thoughts, but this is just finished it. These are my initial thoughts, my impressions, so we're mixing it up a little bit with this review, and I think I'm gonna give it a 3.5 out of 5 stars. I haven't rated it on Goodreads yet, but I'll probably give it a 4-star rating on Goodreads, but then I'm calling it a 3.5. There are just some parts where maybe it was me, I don't know, it was the writing, just like things were happening and it just was like really random, or there wasn't any kind of build up or context to get us there, which is why a lot of things I think were shocking to me, which I don't know if that was the writer's intention or if that's a thing in books, but there are just things that I was like, why is this happening? Like that was kind of out of left field, didn't see that coming. There just wasn't any build up in the story to get us to that scene. So that's kind of my one, I guess, complaint or criticism about the book that kind of knocked it down star-wise for me. But other than that, yeah, really enjoyed it. Highly recommend. Thank you for coming along on this reading vlog. I love that I started the video out with a very happy, springy, warm vibe, and this whole week has been pretty chilly and cold, which I had already foreshadowed earlier in the video, but that's just March and early spring and the transition time, and I know that warm weather will be here and then it'll be hot in a minute, and I will be sad that the cold and temperate temperatures are gone, because I don't like hot weather, don't like super cold weather. I like it to be comfortable, and where I live, there's not a lot of time in between where you have that like comfortable temperature. So when we do have comfortable, breezy, warm, but not too hot weather, I really try and enjoy it as best as I can. So happy spring to everyone out there. March is almost over. I can't believe we're going into April. Next video will be my April planning video, I believe. So get excited for that. A lot of exciting things are happening in April. I'm not sure what books I'm going to be reading in April yet. I do have a lot on my TBR behind me, in front of me, that I need to read. So we will see. Make sure to give this video a like, because why not? If you're not already subscribed, subscribe, let's be friends, and I will see you in the next video. Bye!